How's it going, everybody? Joel Wenzel with Maximum Potential Coaching, and today we're going to be talking about recovery, the process in which your body repairs itself from the stimulus of physical activity. Now, as you progress through your fitness journey day by day, you're likely to experience some soreness and even fatigue. Now, this is to be expected, and some muscle soreness is inevitable, but soreness typically shouldn't last longer than a week after a workout. If it does, this could be a strong indicator that your recovery process needs refinement, or your workout could be a little bit too much for your current fitness level. Now, there are several variables that can affect your recovery: exercise intensity, nutrition, sleep quality, stress levels, age, and genetics, to name some of the bigger ones. When we don't have these variables under control, it can take much longer to recover from workouts, which isn't ideal for consistent progress. We want to maximize our recovery process to get the best results possible. Starting with nutrition, you want to be as close to your calorie and macro goals as possible each day to ensure your body's getting the adequate amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fats needed to maintain a steady energy level and repair muscle so that you can grow to be the best physical version of yourself. Even if your goal is losing weight, you'll still need to eat. If you don't maintain the calorie goal set by your coach, you're unfortunately on a one-way track to failure and disappointment, and there's really no sugarcoating it. Now, in terms of sleep quality, we aim for a minimum of 7.5 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night, with a high end of 9 hours. Ideally, we want to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day to better guarantee uninterrupted, consistent sleep cycles. Sleep is where the majority of bodily repair occurs, and lack of sleep and nutrition are two of the biggest factors that can prolong unnecessary soreness. If you find yourself having trouble getting to sleep or getting restful sleep, try engaging in the following behaviors. Not eating or drinking too close to bed, as feeling full can make it difficult to fall asleep. You're also more likely to wake up to use the bathroom if you eat or drink before bed. Not drinking caffeine at least 8 hours before bed is another big one. Reducing blue light exposure from electronics 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you have to work late using electronics, consider installing a light filtering app on your devices to help filter blue light. Not exercising too close to bedtime, and only using your bed for sleep and intimacy so your body physically associates your bed with sleep. Common sleep aids like melatonin can also be a big help, but you should consult your doctor before taking anything. As far as stress goes, frequent levels of high stress cause the body to release multiple hormones, including cortisol. Now, cortisol actually provides you with some energy during a workout, and it's also necessary for the regulation of various bodily processes, like maintaining stable blood pressure. However, too much cortisol can impede muscle protein synthesis. Essentially, muscle repair is slowed down due to high stress levels. Stress can also disrupt sleep and your immune system as well. To manage stress, we turn to techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and progressive muscle relaxation. If you have time, engaging in at least 1 hour of recreation each day can decrease stress levels as well. Some other things you can do to decrease stress include planning out your days, keeping a clean home, and staying on top of your routine to the best of your ability. Next, age and genetics come into play. If you're an older individual, you may come to find that you don't bounce back as quickly from your workout as you did in your 20s, and this is to be expected. You may notice your workout buddy is recovering a little bit faster than you, even if you're both on the same routine. This could be in part due to genetic differences. These are two variables we have to take as they are because we can't change them, so be patient and understanding of your individual characteristics. Next up, let's talk about intensity. In terms of intensity, it's not very common that people are engaging so intensely in physical activity that they can't recover from a prior workout, but it does happen. If we're in good health and managing the recovery variables we've talked about so far and we're still getting overly sore and achy, too much intensity could be the culprit. Intensity refers to how hard your body's working during physical activity. It's partly measured based on your subjective perception of how difficult an activity is. This is known as perceived exertion. A more objective way to measure intensity is by monitoring your heart rate. Generally, a higher heart rate indicates a higher intensity exercise. Now, heart rate targets for moderate exercise intensity are about 50 to 70% of your maximum heart rate, while vigorous intensity is roughly 70 to 85%. Next, I want to talk about some ways to judge whether your intensity is at a moderate level or a vigorous level, and what you can do to decrease intensity. Moderate intensity will feel somewhat difficult but not too challenging. Your breathing rate increases, but you don't feel winded. Light sweating will occur after about 10 to 15 minutes of the activity, and you can hold a conversation with somebody, but you can't sing. If an activity is of vigorous intensity, your breathing will be deep and rapid, you'll start to sweat quickly, and you can no longer carry on a conversation without pausing to breathe. Some simple things you can do to decrease workout intensity would be lowering the numbers of sets on an exercise, increasing rest between exercises, or dialing back the pace of your daily run. Now, let's say every variable we've talked about so far is managed and in line. There are going to be days where you do everything right. You sleep, you eat well, you manage your stress levels, and you're at a good intensity in your workouts, but you wake up sore anyway. Fear not, as this is totally normal, and we're going to talk about a few more ways to manage soreness. Engaging in active recovery is one of the best things you can do to refine your recovery process and reduce soreness. Contrary to popular belief in which people think they should stop moving entirely until the soreness subsides, we actually want to engage in low intensity activities like stretching, walking, yoga, swimming, and even light weightlifting. Active recovery can be done immediately after a workout or on rest days. In terms of soreness, movement truly is medicine, and these type of activities enhance recovery by promoting blood flow to the muscles, helping to remove waste products created during workouts, and delivering nutrients to body tissue. Active recovery also helps maintain cardiovascular fitness while reducing stress and stiffness even further. Applying heat to sore body regions via heating pad or sauna also reduces soreness through the same means of increasing blood flow, relaxing muscles, and temporarily reducing the number of pain signals sent from the affected area to the brain. My rule of thumb for heat therapy is 10 to 20 minutes per body region before stretching. Now, lastly, I want to talk about a term called complete rest. Complete rest is a period where there's a full absence of physical activity, meaning not even active recovery is present. Some signs that you need a complete rest day would be that you're experiencing overly persistent soreness, significant fatigue, decreased workout performance, joint pain, sleep disturbance, or even mood swings. Now, complete rest days could be as frequent as once a week, but you can typically get away with at least a half-hour walk, even on your rest days, without the risk of overtraining. Now, that's it for today, everyone. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your coach. Have a great day.